it's me Ghost Girl again, and today I'm going to do another video with you guys. So this video is a huge congratulations to me for reaching 100 subscribers. Hip hip hooray! Hooray! Yay! I'd first of all like to start this video for basically thanking all my subscribers and viewers and everyone who watches my videos and who clicks that subscribe button, and even if you are just a viewer and you're not subscribed, like every little help. Even if you're not subscribed, I encourage you right now to click on that subscribe button, cause every little helps me and it helps me to better entertain you guys and come up with better content for my channel, and also helps the viewers benefit and better entertain my viewers. It also helps towards putting food in my belly and paying my electricity bill. So if you enjoy my content and you want better content from me and you still want me to do this, then do subscribe to my channel. I would greatly appreciate it. Also click on that notification bell so that you'll be notified when my videos next come out. Also comment down below, like I have had a few people message me ideas of what they'd like me to see me doing on this channel, but I don't get that many suggestions, so if any of you guys have like any future suggestions, then do comment them down below. Also like this video, cause if I get likes then I get more recommendations for other people to watch my video, and also it helps you guys view more of my content, because the more likes I get, the more likely it is to appear on your feed when I update. Also, I've got a Twitter, and I'm feeling that not many people know about me having Twitter. I do promote my Twitter quite a lot, but for some reason nobody seems to like want to go like follow me on it. I don't know if it's just because like they can't imagine, they wouldn't want to follow me on Twitter, or they can't imagine following me on Twitter, or if I'm just not getting the message out there somehow. But if you guys like know a way that I can better promote my Twitter, then do comment down below. Like any of your suggestions are welcome. But yeah, I'm still even though I've been doing this for about a year now, I know I'm such a loser. It took me a year just to get to 100 subs. By the time I get to 1,000 at this rate, it'll be about 10 years. But yeah, I do enjoy what I do. I do like it, and that is the reason why I promote these videos, because it is something that I do enjoy doing, and I can see myself doing that in the future. I've always wanted to be like self-employed from like a young age. I just didn't really, it just took me like 20 years to figure like it out, and even still then I'm still not completely sure what angle this channel's gonna go and what the future of this channel's gonna go to. I can tell you, like, I have a short-term idea for future videos coming out. Like, Spookfest is going to continue for like another maybe 3 or 4 videos, and then that'll be the end of Spookfest part 3. After Spookfest, I want to do like a few fun quizzes. I found this application on Microsoft PowerPoint that allows you to turn a PowerPoint into a video, and I thought, oh, that'll be a fun way to do a quiz on my YouTube channel. I've still to figure out how to upload that to YouTube, but I imagine you'd probably just save it in the same kind of format than what you would do for my normal videos and upload it. But it seems easy enough to do, so I'm gonna do a few fun YouTube quizzes. If any of you guys like doing fun quizzes, because I know I do. I don't, not on Twitter, but on my personal Facebook, I do a lot of fun Facebook quizzes, because they're quite fun and it passes the time, you know. Being in lockdown and being stuck in the house all the time, it's been driving me demented, like not being able to do stuff that I enjoy doing so much. It does suck. I just hope next year will be better, but if I'm being honest with the way that things are going, it doesn't really look like it. I'm just gonna be real with you guys. I think things are gonna get worse with this. I mean, I know they found a vaccine and everything, but I don't know, I've just got a really bad feeling about this virus for next year. I think it's going to be at least April next year before things start to get better, personally. Just a feeling that I've got about this. But moving on from depressing topics like the virus, a lot of people want to know why I got into YouTube, and I don't really know how I got into it. I can tell you that I first started watching YouTube videos. I was quite late to the scene compared to like all my friends and stuff. Like, they'd been watching YouTube videos and viewing the content and fangirling over YouTubers and buying YouTube merch since like 2010 is when I feel like the YouTuber community started to get like kind of big, and people used to watch it and everyone was like talking about YouTubers and stuff. But I joined the party like quite late, like really late. Like, I didn't start like kind of watching content creators till about 2017. I did watch YouTube videos, like funny cat videos and factual videos and stuff, but I didn't actually start watching content creators and like entertainment side of YouTube till about 2017. And I think it was just cause I was a student in 2017 and I think I was studying my national certificate at college, and it was just brutal. Like, it was really hard work and I was really struggling to keep up with the workload. I honestly don't know how I even passed that course, like, I'm being really honest with you. Like, it was so difficult to do compared to like the course that I'm doing now, which is strange because I'm studying a degree at uni, but I found the HNC harder than the degree. Saying that, no, I'll probably end up like failing this degree, knowing my luck. But yeah, so I think I just kind of needed an scapegoat. Plus, mum was kind of like, what are you going to do after the HNC? Do you think you're going to be able to do a HND, or are you going to leave and get a job? And I thought to myself, well, I wouldn't even, if I was to get a job, I wouldn't even know what I wanted to do, because I don't really fancy the whole 9 to 5 like lifestyle, and I really don't know what I want to do job wise. Plus, I don't know about the rest of you guys, but job hunting is so hard. Like, it's so hard. Like, you go on an application form, right, and it says must be age 18 with 20 years experience, and you think to yourself, no wonder so many companies are looking for staff. They probably can't get staff because their application system's that hard, and what they're looking for is so unrealistic. I mean, who's gonna be 18-year-old and have 20 years experience working for a company? Like, that doesn't even make sense. I think companies really need to think about what they're looking for and have lower standards when it comes to like hiring people. And then the government's got a cheat to go on about unemployment rate, and they want people to get off job seekers allowance, and they want to take the job seekers allowance off and stop people getting benefits. Well, maybe you should have a word about the companies about their recruitment processes then, because that's the problem, is it's so hard to get a job. Maybe if it wasn't so hard to get a job, there'd be less unemployed people. The unemployment rate in Scotland is sky high for a reason. And not just that, there's the whole application process as well. It's like one thing I applied for, I had to do like a quiz and it was timed, then an application form, then this mad scenario thing, and I'm like, I'm only applying for a cleaning job, like Jesus Christ, I probably only get £5 an hour and I'm having to do all this. Like what? It's just stupid. And then there's a stupid interview process as well, and you Google like the interview thing so you can prepare for it, and then like the thing on the internet, the interview is completely different from the interview that you get. So then you just prepared for an interview and it's not even like the right interview thing. And they ask you like questions like that not even like related to the job. And it's like, one of them asked me if I'd ever done like some sort of computer program, and it was like, I'm thinking to myself, I'm applying for a cleaning job, what does this computer program need to do with cleaning? I thought to myself, that's just madness, like total madness. And other times I had to do a phone call interview, and it was the same, they were asking things that weren't even like related to the job. And it's like, what if these overcomplicated questions? I'm only applying for a cleaning job, you know. It's just madness. And then when you do get the job, it's like long, rubbish hours for like rubbish, diabolical pay, like slave wages. This job's not even worth doing. Like, I swear to God, like, I remember working 12 hours one day at a restaurant doing a shift, and I think I earned like not even that, but 20 quid that day. I thought to myself, that's not even worth the work that I'm doing. Like, I used to work in a restaurant at Safari Park, and that was horrible. The job was horrible. Like, the money we were getting paid wasn't even worth the job that we were doing. Like, I feel like we should have been paid a lot more money for what we were doing, especially the hard work it was and the hassle that we had to put up with. Like, another reason why I think I want to be self-employed is because when I was working for the Safari Park, it was absolutely horrendous. The managers were horrible. The supervisor was a bully. She used to bully people and slag people off, call people names, make fun of people, gang up on people, and she had like a gang of like people who were like her mates in her gang, and she'd like encourage them to like make her feel like people in that. And she would always like, she was definitely after me. She like really didn't like me. She would like make up lies about me and say that I was doing things and I wasn't. She even accused me of stealing once, and she made me show what I had in my hand to everyone, and it was like a feminine hygiene product, and she made me show it to my manager, who's an older man, and I was so embarrassed. I felt so degraded and humiliated. And then also, it wasn't just like the managers, it was like the way they spoke to the staff as well. It was like shouting at them, making a fool of them, calling them names, swearing at them, and the way that some of the staff would behave, like in the kitchen, like the head chef hit a guy on the head with a frying pan, and he reported him to the police, and because of the lack of witnesses, the head chef got away with it, and he never got the sack. He's got kept on, so he's still working there, and he like assaulted another colleague, and also the hours were just so long. You were working 9:30 to 5:30, and sometimes you'd only get like one break at 11 o'clock in the morning, and it's such an awkward time to have a break because you're not really hungry at that time. I mean, I've just kind of still recovering from breakfast at 11. You never really ate that much because you weren't that hungry, but then you were actually starving the whole day. And it's mental because you're working at a catering place where there's food everywhere, but you're starving. And it's like, the staff, you think the staff would get a free meal or a discount, but we had to pay like full price for the food. So it was like, they were making, the restaurant was actually making money off the staff as well as the customers. It's quite disgusting because the food was really expensive. It was something like £6 for a burger, which is actually disgusting. £6 for a burger, it's terrible. So you were actually starving, and by the time you finished your work, it was actual backbreaking work. You were shattered by the end of it, and it was just, I hated that job. I just hated that job so much. And I did work that job for 4 years at college, and it was just, this would have been my 5th year, but I got let go during COVID. Like, it was shocking what they done. Like, they just, during the COVID, when COVID started, like, they just let hundreds of staff go without any notice. They just said, right, we can't afford to keep you on because of COVID, and then that was it. Never got any notice period, never got like redundancy money, nothing. They just let us all go without anything, and that was it. Like, oh, suddenly notice, we just got an email one day saying that we wanted to come back in, and it was like quite a big number of staff that like they let go. And I think, and the funny thing is, it was all the staff that had been working there for like a while that had like the most experience that got let go, and then they kept all the new people on. And I think that was a big mistake because it's like, all these new people don't have the experience or the training to do the job as well as like me and other people that have been there for years and other loyal staff and have the experience and the training and the customer service to do the job better. But no, they sacked us all, and they're probably regretting it now. But that's another thing with these companies, like, they don't care about you, like, they don't care about you as a person. Like, you're just a number to these people. Like, and that is the God's honest truth. They don't care about you or your health or your well-being. You're just a number to them. Like, if you were to die or get sick and couldn't work anymore, they'd have you replaced like that. I swear to God, you're just a number to these big companies that you work for. Like, big corporations are just ruthless, guys. Like, absolutely ruthless, and these big businesses will do anything to get bigger and to earn money. Like, it's actually shocking, like, how these big corporations operate. But anyway, guys, like, I hated that job, I hated the company, and to be honest, I didn't really like working for people anyway. I'm not the kind of person that does what I'm told, or I don't like people telling me what to do. In fact, I don't even do what I'm told most of the time. Like, I'm like really rebellious, and I'm just a person that prefers to take charge and lead and just do things like my own kind of way. Like, I'm a leader, not a follower, and that is one of the reasons why I decided to become self-employed. but the whole like YouTube thing, right, I'm going to mention this person, and I know this person's like quite dodgy now, but I was actually the person to actually like kind of draw me into the YouTube community was actually Shane Dawson. I used to be a Shane Dawson fan like before, like way back in 2017, before like all this kind of, I found like horrible stuff came about him, like all that stuff about the kids and that, like I didn't know that about him, like I didn't know that he'd done that kind of style of video and that he'd done all that stuff about him. Like I just knew, like when I knew him, like when I started watching him, that's when he was doing like all the food kind of videos. I just thought he was like the food guy on YouTube that like ate all these weird food. And then he started doing like these YouTube documentaries and stuff, and I thought that was really cool. And I thought to myself, I'd love to be self-employed, I'd love to be a YouTuber, I'd love to do kind of what the guys are doing. It's like, so I started by watching him, and then I started watching other content creators. Like Hayley Reese is a YouTuber that I really like. She does kind of sit down videos telling stories like this, but she also goes in like ghost hunts and stuff. And I thought to myself, I would really love to do what she does. And it was by watching these content creators that I decided that this is what I would like to do for a living. But we'll see how that goes. Now that I know the stuff that I know about this dude though, I respectfully say I do not watch this guy anymore, and I don't think I will in the future. I used to also be a fan of oh god, here we go. I used to be a fan of Jeffree Star. Now don't come for me. I didn't. It was actually the Shane Dawson Jeffree Star documentary that first kind of dragged me into this world of Jeffree Star, which is actually the name of the documentary now that I think back. But I just seen this guy and how successful he was, and I just thought he was brilliant, But then I didn't know about his like racist past. Like I didn't know about that. I just seen this like brilliant man with all these ideas and creativity, and I actually thought that he was really cool and that he had like so much creativity. And me as well, I'm a person who is naturally very creative. Like I'm always coming up with new ideas for things. Like I could just be sitting like in my bed one day trying to come up with YouTube ideas, and I'll think of like 20 of them at the one time, and I've actually got a notepad, and I always have to like quickly scribble down my ideas before like they get lost with the other 20 odd ideas that come in before that. So it's like I can kind of relate to that, and I thought to myself, this guy is relatable, and I could probably be like that too one day if I work hard enough. But then, like obviously back in was it summer of this year, I think, when the Carmageddon came out and the truth came out about him, and that he lied about James Charles, and then and all the stuff that he'd done in the past, like it came out that he was actually a racist, and then there's all these like accusations of him like assaulting people, and it's just like maybe this guy isn't as brilliant as what I thought he was. Like when I first was like the makeup version of Willy Wonka, I swear to God, I was like, wow, there is a real Willy Wonka out there. Like I don't know if any of you guys have seen Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, but that is I love that movie, and I love Willy Wonka because he's like this creative, magical character, and there's just something, it's like he's got stars in his eyes, and he's just the kind of a character that I admired as a child, and I've seen that in Jeffrey. But now that all this stuff has came out about him, I realise that he's not really the Willy Wonka kind of character that I thought he was, and it kind of disappointed me deep inside. And I feel like I've wasted a lot of money like on this man. Like, I have bought, like, I'll show you the eye palettes that I've got. I've got like the Mad Purple thing. Like, I've got this. And these are all in a drawer, by the way. The cremated one. Hi guys, I had to make a location change because my mum came home early, and once she came in I wouldn't have been able to do this in peace because she has a habit of coming into my room and not respecting my privacy, and she would have came in and be like, "Who are you talking to?" So I had to like have a location change. But anyway, as I was saying, yeah, I've got quite a few Jeffree Star palettes. I've also got the mini Jawbreaker palette and the Shane Dawson palette, and I also bought one of his Halloween mystery boxes. Not this Halloween, but the Halloween before that. And yeah, his stuff is like quite expensive compared to like some of the makeup that you'd buy like in the UK. Like, I don't know about in like other countries. I know in America a lot of people buy like more expensive makeup from places like Sephora, but in Scotland most of the people here are used to buying like drugstore makeup, like out of pharmacies and that, and you only really buy like the other kind of more expensive makeup from like department stores. Like, we don't have like a Sephora or anything like that that kind of specialises like in beauty stuff. Like, you might get like the odd beauty bar, that like independent places that like sell stuff, but it tends to be cheap stuff in these beauty bars. The stuff isn't really very high quality, so a lot of people don't really go to beauty bars. So Jeffree Star makeup's like quite expensive for people that live in Scotland, just because we don't have as much disposable income as a lot of people would in America. So everything's drugstore and cheap. But basically, yeah, I feel like I spent a lot of money and wasted a lot of money on this guy's products, and even though the products themselves are really good quality, it's just like, now that I know what I know about this man, I just feel like I've wasted like a lot of money and stuff on this guy who doesn't deserve it. So I kind of chose to stop supporting him after that. So yeah, one of the, well, I'd say it's a flaw about me, but it's also a good thing. I think it just depends on like the context, but I've been told that my eyes are full of wonder, so I tend to see the wonder and the good in things more than the bad. And then I find out later that there's actually like this person's not so good anymore. Like, that used to happen to me like a lot when I was a kid. Like, I'd like someone, I think they were brilliant, but then like later on it turned out they would not be so great. My intuition is getting better though, so like if I get a bad feeling about a person now, I tend to trust it more. It doesn't really work with YouTube people though, because like you're not like face to face with them, but so it's kind of harder to get a vibe off them, because you're kind of just looking at like a reflective image of them like on a screen. so you're not really with them in person, so it's kind of harder for you to like feel the vibes of them, if you get what I mean. But yeah, that is kind of like my journey of how I made it to YouTube. So eventually, after watching these people, I decided that I wanted to be a YouTuber too, and so I set up my channel. I have to admit, it did take a while, mainly because I couldn't get like time to myself to actually film a video. Like, I need to take time out of my schedule like every week to do these videos, and filming outside is very awkward, it's very uncomfortable, and it's quite annoying, and it's like you're having to like juggle a lot of things. It is very difficult filming outside, especially in December when the weather's like freezing like what it is today. But yeah, I hope you guys like appreciate me doing this every week, because it is hard work, and it is hard work doing this like every single week. Like, I do this on my own, but I don't have like people helping me or anything, so it is like a self project, and it is difficult having a YouTube channel and balancing out like a university course at the same time. It can be difficult, but I have made it to 100 subscribers, so hopefully I'll get more in the future. I do appreciate you guys so much. I love yous all at the bottom, from the bottom of my heart. But basically, yeah, that is how like this all started. I posted my first video, I think it was maybe a year or so exactly. So that is basically how my YouTube journey started, and basically this video has just been me ranting on about things and talking to myself. I hope it hasn't like bored anybody, but I think that's going to be it, guys, cause I think this video is going to be long enough, and I've ranted and rumbled long enough, and I don't know about you guys, but I could talk about myself till I'm blue in the face. So I think that's all going to be all for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like this video, please subscribe, please comment down below. Also click on that notification bell so that you'll be notified when my next video comes out, and goodbye.